Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report, one of Timer Digest's top-ranked market newsletters. You can see our history of honor rolls and top 10s for the year and our disclaimer there. Want to let you guys know we also offer subscription to our monthly and annual subscriptions, daily reports. By the way, for the daily reports, I believe last week may have put out 2 reports every day, maybe 4 out of 5, but we had a lot of pre-market open and post-market close reports because of the seriousness of the market. Speaking of that, I want to thank you guys for subscribing to our YouTube videos. Remember to hit that reminder bell and the like button. And just in case that didn't pop up, we have a little picture of it here. A big picture. There, it's down there. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button. Okay, let's see. We've got a lot to cover today. Let's get into... Well, first of all, I want to let you guys know that I had some comments at the previous video. We had a little problem with the voice and the video out of sync. Since then, I've got a fiber connection. I went from 50 megs to 1,000 megs. So hopefully that fixes it. If it doesn't, maybe there's something wrong with the OBS studio I use. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. Hopefully this one comes out okay. Okay, we're going to look at the S&P, the Nasdaq, Tesla, Doge, and the Nifty. And by the way, people said the Tesla and the Doge at the end were bad. Doge reminds me of 2 signs of a top that have nothing to do with math or fundamentals, which I don't usually cover. As you know, I'm all technicals, but more of signs. I have a lifelong friend who's horrible with finances. Had our house repossessed twice, always in debt, never has money. And the last Saturday, this person asked me, how do I buy Dogecoin? And if someone who is so far disconnected from the financial world and investing and trading is interested in getting in the market, you know everybody's in. That's a definite sign of a top. That was the same day that Elon Musk was on Saturday Night Live. And it reminded me of the late 90s, near 2000, when Maria Bartiromo, I think she has her own show now, but she was on CNBC on the floor reporting every day pre-market open. And she started making the late night talk shows and was like a rock star. So whenever you get the financial world crossing over to the pop culture or entertainment world, that's another sign of a top, and we all know what happened at 2000. But enough of that. Let's get into the S&P. We're looking at a daily bar chart of the S&P. We were working from this previous May 4th low. It doesn't really break down on a daily chart, but this was 5 ways up. As soon as the market broke below this low here, all right, we moved short in our newsletter service against this all-time high, and he moved to above the all-time high, breaks our wave count, and proves us wrong. So we're short against that. So once the market corrected this 5-wave advance, then we're looking at the next degree of trend, 5-wave advance, and that's this one from the March 4 low. Let me mark that for you guys here. Okay, so we get a 1 up, a 2 down, 3 up, a 4 down, and a 5. If I can get that in there. There it is. Okay, so we're looking at retracement levels. 382 is 4,044. That's 4044. The 50% is 3983, and the 618 is 3922. Okay, you can see we started that. I've got the little 1s and 2s here, but we'll get a little closer look at that from the all-time high on May 7th. Okay, so let's look at, by the way, once we wipe all this out, when and if we do, we get below that March 4 low of, what is it there, 37.23. We know we're correcting a 5-wave advance of at least one larger degree. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Who knows? We may get there sooner than we think. Okay, let's look at this. Should be the the May 7th all-time high. You can see we have 5 waves down here for wave 1. We have 3 waves up for wave 2, and then we've got a series of 1s and 2s. This is a 1 and 2, and this is 1, 2 of a smaller degree, and this is 1, 2 of a yet smaller degree. And as we said at the close Friday, this is Friday's close right here, we saw the power of the third wave, or in this case, wave 3 of 3, with that close. It was a straight down red line, okay? And then this morning, or was it Monday? Let's see, let me look at my thing here. Yeah, it was that Monday, or what day was it? I'm sorry, I got my days mixed up. That was the 18th, and today is the 19th. So yesterday, at the close, we saw the power of a third wave, okay, and how that's unfolding. A lot going on here. Let me look at the bigger picture first, the bigger wave, okay. Let's get an extension here of the first wave and see. Let's see if I can get that pretty close. I got this on a pick we can look at later, but look at that. We're right on the 4,000 level, okay. This is 1 down. This is 2 up. This line here is where 3 equals 1. It's right at the 4,000 level. And for what it's worth, let's take a look at the 1618. And that's 38.90. I believe that's 38.88 actually. So doing this live, I may not have hit that perfectly. But you can see that's the 1 and 2. This red line here is, let me go back and show you guys, that's this one here. That's the 382 at 40.44, and you may have seen the 50% at 39.83. There you see it, 40.44 and 39.83, the red lines. That's retracements from the March 4 low to the all-time high, the May 5 high. Okay, so this is breaking down a series of 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s, 1s and 2s. You can see this 3 down and 4 up. I believe this 4 up was real close to a perfect Fibonacci. Let me get that in here. Okay, so here we go with this wave here. And you can see it's right next to the perfect 618 retracement of that wave. Okay, so we should look for this 5 down. Let me see if I can get an extension of that. Let me move. And oh, by the way, this hit right on 40.64. This gap here going back to that low on the 12th was 40.63 or 2, I believe. I have it in a pick, and this went down to, what was it, 40.61 or something like that. So anyway, that closed the gap there, and it marked wave 3. And then if we can get an extension of, well, we don't have that 3 wave down here, so we'll just see where that that Fibonacci extension on the smaller, well, there it is right there. That one took us there. Yeah, that's probably 3 of 3, but we could count it as the larger 3 over here. I'll get to that with the picture, which we're going to go to right now. Okay, so let's get that S&P. This is that same 5-minute bar. There's a whole lot going on here. That's why I wanted to get to the picture instead of doing everything on the charts. Okay, first of all, we have the Fibonacci sequence from the all-time high. Okay, and you can see the first day in the sequence was 512. It caught the low. The next one was 515. That's a Saturday. The market's closed on Saturday, so it did the next best thing it could. It topped the next trading day before Saturday on the 14th. The next date in the sequence is tomorrow, May 20th. It sure looks like that may mark a low. You can see here, next turn date in the sequence, 520. Will it mark the wave 3 low? Okay, and there's that gap at 40.63 that was closed. This was 40.61. The market went down, closed the gap, made the third wave low, and moved up into wave 4. Wave 4 was at 4116.93 for a high, and the Fibonacci 618 retracement was 4118. You can see that right here. That was yesterday. right before the close. You can see that's a 5-minute bar. It was what, like 15, 20 minutes before the close. It just collapsed. That's wave 3 of 3 of 3 at 3 different degrees of trend. You can see this 5 waves here, this 1 here, 2 up, 3 down, which was a perfect 2.618 multiple of 1, 4 up. So this 5 right here, target is 40.42. The 382 retracement, as we showed you before, that red line is 40.44. That's a nice, convenient place for this to stop if it does stop tomorrow. Otherwise, on the bigger trend, wave 3, the bigger wave 3, this is 1 down to the 512 low, 2 up to the 514 high. The bigger wave 3 gains equality with 1 at 4,000, which we showed you there. And there's that 3888 number with the 1618. So a lot going on. We'll see what the May 20 brings. Very exciting what's possible here. We'll see. We're short again against this all-time high. So that's the S&P. Everything here in a nutshell. We'll see how this breaks out. Obviously, this 4 here cannot go above this 1 here. So we'll have to watch that wave count and see. It sure looks like it's extrapolating out, and the third wave is extending at least 2 and more likely 3 degrees of trend. That should do it for the S&P. Can't wait for tomorrow. I want to get into the Nasdaq here. All right, you can see the Nasdaq turned from the March. It was 1 day later. I believe it was March 5th low. We had a 1 up, a 2 down, a 3 up, a 4 down, and a 5 up. You can see it topped on April 29th. That's a key turn date that you guys might remember on the Fibonacci time spiral. And then on 5/7, the S&P made a new high. And, excuse me, that was near where the S&P made a second wave high. So there's divergence there. No new high on the Nasdaq. There was a new high on May 7th in the S&P. So again, we look like we got a series of 1s and 2s developing in the Nasdaq with at least 2 degrees of trend. Let me get Fibonacci extension on that from the all-time high. There's the low of wave 1. There's the high of wave 2 right there. You could call this 3, but then you can't because that's really close, but 4 high cannot go lower than the wave 1 low. So this tells you that this thing is extending. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 waves. It's 5, 9, 13, 17 on up to infinity as far as multiples of 5s. So that's an impulse wave. This is an impulse wave. The trend is down. There's the wave 2. Let's see what that is as far as a retracement goes. Okay, let's get that in here. See what we can look for, if we can see it. We're going to get any higher. It is right in between the 50 and the 618. Okay, we could have a 5, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 down and 5 up. Let me see if that's even possible with C equaling A. Let me do an extension here from that low. If that's A and that's B, yes, it's possible. Okay, wave C gains equality with A right between the 618 and the 786 at 13,561. Okay, so it could go higher. Otherwise, we expect this thing to collapse in a third wave. Let me get this out of the way so we can calculate if that high is in right here, where that third wave of 1 lesser degree will go. Okay, so we have the 1 and 2. I'll just call it with parentheses for you guys. The 1618 is down here at 2549. Let me, I forgot to move that out. Okay, let's go here. Put that 3 there. That's where the 1618 is. Okay, and then we'll get that extension tool again. And let's see where wave 3 of 3 would go. See if we can get pretty accurate with this. That's the second wave high. And we're looking at 12,651, where 3 gains equality with 1, or 12,137. Okay, so we could put this 3 here for equality at 12,651, or more likely it's going to gain a 1618. So we would expect it here at 12,137. I just got these 4s and 5s here, get them out of the way. You know, that 3 there would obviously be lower, below that 5, wherever that goes. We'll worry about that when we get there, but that's the targets we're looking at. For this third wave of third, we're looking at equality at 12,651. We're looking at a 1.618 Fibonacci multiple at 12,137. Okay, and the larger third wave, we've got 12,549. Obviously, if this goes to 1618, it'll be the lower, which is down here at 11,759. Let me get that on a little pick for you guys here. I think we have the Nasdaq, and here is that Fibonacci sequence, and this one nailed it dead on to the all-time high so far. So from that 3.5 low, this was similar to the one we did on the S&P from the 3.4 low. All right, the first Fibonacci number in the sequence nailed the high of wave 1 on March 16th, right on, no slippage. The wave 2 low, we had 325, and that was minus 1 day slippage. Sorry, that first one was minus 2 right there. All right, and then we caught this one. You can call either way. This is 4.6 and 4.7. Most of the indexes went sideways for 2 days. You can say it just missed the top by a day, or it missed the bottom by a day, or either the wave 3 high or the wave 4 low. It's within a day of error, one way or the other. You can call it here, call it here. And then the next date in the sequence was April 29th. Bang, direct hit, right on, no slippage. All right, and that's where we are. The next turn date in the sequence is June 2nd. Okay, it's hard to imagine that it would make a new high, but it's possible. You never know, so we'll see. It's only May 19th now, but we'll see how this breaks down. Okay, that's very similar to the, I don't know if I had that from the March low on the S&P. No, I've got it from the all-time high. But that one was similar, and it called to 429, but the S&P went on to a new high on 5.7, and that's where that Fibonacci spiral is working from so far. Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's move on. Tesla. Okay, this is the daily chart. We're looking at 5 waves down for wave A, 3 waves up. You can see A up, B down, C up for wave B. C gains equality with A at 4.15. Looking more and more possible now in the last week or so with this breakdown here. Okay, this is a little sloppy. It could be counted a few different ways, but it's going from the April 14th high. So I'm going to break that down and look at it a little closer. There is the April 14th high. This was a leading diagonal where 4 overlaps 1. I can show that for you guys here. Okay, we had this is a 10-minute chart. A 1 down there, a 2 up there, a 3 down there, a 4 up there, and a 5 down there. Let me change that degree of trend because it's not minor. We're going to go with minute. Okay, there we go. Well, okay, let's get that out of the way of the leading diagonal. There we go. I need that to get the next wave down. Okay, so if that's 1 and that's 2, you can see 3 gains equality here with 1, and 3 gains a 1.618 multiple with 1 here. Let's just, I want to do this with you guys, okay? Let's do the first scenario first, okay? And then we'll do the other one. Okay, so let's call this a larger wave 1, a 2, and I'll fix that, a 3, and a 4. We're just going to throw the 5 over here for now. That's not where we're putting it. It's going to be 1 degree of trend larger, so it will be minor degree. Okay, there we go. There's the 1, the 2. See, I'm going to show you guys how we're calculating this in real time. That doesn't look right, does it? 1, 2, 3, and 4 can overlap 1 if it's another diagonal, but I doubt it. Okay, so it's more than likely 3 is here, unless we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and put 3. I'm sorry, I had it in the wrong place all along. 3. That's the first scenario. My bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we can have 3 here with 4 there and then a 5. Okay, so let's see where 5 would gain equality with 1 in this scenario where 3 equals 1. Okay, so there's 1. We put it at the high of 4, and it gives us equality up here and a 1.618 here. It's possible that a 5th wave could extend, but normally 3rd waves extend. That doesn't mean this is not possible, but it is. I had a comment or two, I think it was one comment asking about 3 either being here or here. You could really count it either way. It just depends on if you want to count 3 as extending or not, or 5 is extending. Okay, so that's that wave count there. That gives a target of 539. More likely scenario is 3 extended here, and this is the 4. And let me get back to 2. Well, I didn't move that right. Bear with me, guys. See if I can do that. There we go. Okay, and that's where 3 gains a 1.618 relationship with 1. So we've got a 1 down here, a 2 up here, an extended 3rd wave down here, and 4, and then 5 is down here. But to get 5, we've got to go relationship with 1. All right, so let's pull this down. For 4, this will give us 5 target. That's pretty close. 5 gains equality with 1 at 537. And if it extends, it's 482. So we're getting close. We're getting close to that 415 target over here. This is still extrapolating itself, extending downward, but the trend is obviously down. The moves to the downside are in 5 waves. The moves to the upside are counter trend 3-wave bounces, as you can see here. And all of it is in 5 waves to the downside. So look at this thing to possibly end this first 5 waves down at 537 or 482, a correction up, and then another 5 down. Okay, and that's the bigger trend right there. 415 is a dead set target, and if this thing wants to go 1.618, that's not even, that's, how did that, let's see, let me get this settings in here. We're going negative on Tesla. Okay, I redid my subscription, and it changed my settings. There we go. 188 is the 1618. Okay, and that would be if this is not an ABC but an impulse wave where it's a 1, 2, 3. That would portend a 4 and a 5, but we're getting a little ahead of ourselves there. Okay, 415. If that gets blown out, 188. Look out below. Okay, that's Tesla. Doge. Oh, yeah, by the way, I pulled up Doge, and this was the chart that I left from the last analysis. Okay, it was just there. As you can see, this is a daily chart, and this is today. And I had 5 waves up, and then I had A, B, C, and the target for C was here at 25.76, and it hit it. And you can see right here it closed. I left that on there on purpose. It closed up here. This is one heck of a bar, and it went between the 618 here at 37.39 and the 786 at 21.47. So this, I'll mark that for you guys here. That's an ABC correction. Okay, and this is not exact because I left it from the previous, so things changed a little bit. So let's move that 5 up to there, and let's move that B up to there. It's not exact, and that A is off a little bit. There it is there. Wait, I messed up again. There it is there. That's a direct hit, okay? So we've got 5 waves up. We've got 3 waves down. Looks like a low to me. I'll show you guys what we'll be looking at here then. Okay, so on a larger scale, this is 1 and this is 2. Let me just throw 3, 4, and 5 out of the way. That's not actual targets, but we're going to work on those. This is going to be a 1 degree larger trend, so let me take care of that. And I hit the wrong button. My apologies. Let's get out of that. Let's change this degree, and that's intermediate. There we go. Okay, so we've got 5 waves up. We've got 3 waves down. We've got 1, we've got 2. Let me move this because this is going to be up there. Okay, there we go. So let's get an extension and get a price target for 2 of intermediate degree. There's 1, I'm sorry, of 3. There's 2, and there's 3 at 122.86. That's where 3 gains equality with 1. The 1.618 is up here at 183.41. So we'll see how this goes. Can't imagine, well, it could go down to the 786 at right under 22 at 2167, I believe that is. That looks like a good third wave where wave C gains equality with wave A. Where was that 1618? And that's going to wipe out the whole thing. Again, did we have that? Let me see here. Let me see what that 1618 is. There it is right there. It must be sitting on another number. There's 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and that's 2.618. Bear with me, guys. My apologies. Yeah, same thing. It's wiped out. Thanks, TradingView. Changed it. Okay. See, that's a negative number. That can't be. Okay. So A, B, C. Looks like 2 is complete. Where is 3? 3 is there at 122 or 183. Let me move 4 and 5 out of the way so they don't confuse anyone. Let's get it up there. There we go. Okay, so that's it for Doge, and that, like I said, that chart was left there, and it was a direct hit without even knowing it. But hey, that happens, right? Let's look at the Nifty. The Nifty, everything counts from the March 2000 lows. You can see this is a daily chart: 1 up, 2 down, 3 up, 4 down. I think you can see 5 waves here: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me put that in there for you guys. The third wave extension. We've got a 1 there, a 2 there, a 3 there, a 4 there, and a 5. That can't be that degree, so we're going to go under minor at minute. There we go. And got a little sloppy there, but that 5 goes under there. That 3 goes a little higher. 5 a little higher. There we go. Okay, we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 4s by definition are long and sideways. This is long and sideways. So this looks like a 4. If it looks like a 4, it talks like a 4, it's a 4. Okay, we've got a lot of up and down sideways action. Still might be in one. But if that is the low, we can calculate where the wave 5 high would be. If I can get my extension tool out here, we've got 1 up here. And I don't know about that because that's like a isolated bar up there all by itself. We've got a 5 target of 64, 665 if 5 gains equality with wave 1. And we can look at this. Let's look at this. Okay, let's break that down and see if it's 5 waves to the upside. It sure looks like it might be. I'm going to have to get a smaller time frame on that to see. Okay, little in-depth analysis of the Nifty. Let's break that apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's 5 waves up there. Okay, let's move that 4 down. 4 is most likely over there. And we've got 1 of 5. And we'll see where 3 of 5 goes. And there's the bottom of 2. We're looking at 15,305. And let's see what that retracement is while we're here. Let's see if we had a nice Fibonacci retracement or not. And it is right between the 618 and the 786. Okay. And then we've got another series, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, just like the other indexes on the way down. It's building a series of first and second waves. First waves up and second waves down. Okay, hopefully this video comes out okay. Thank you guys again for patronizing the channel. I want to remind you of the S&P. There we go. That's what we're looking at there. And until next time, take care, everyone.